I don't know about you, but to me, this drag and drop stuff is super exciting. In this lesson, though, let's make it a little more interesting. Right now, when we drag and drop a column, the transition between the two positions really is kind of lackluster. We can fix that with a single prop to the draggable component. This prop is called animation, and it's one of those props that View Draggable passes directly to Sortable.js. This takes a number value for the duration that we want the animation to last. Let's say 150 milliseconds. Great. Now when I drag backlog back in front of selected for dev, yeah, that's nicer. Do you see how it kind of transitioned over position there? That's really nice for user experience. It makes the switch a little bit more clear and apparent. One other thing we can do to enhance our draggable columns here is to provide a drag handle. The reason this might be important is because right now, maybe if I tried to select the backlog text here, I would not be able to select it. Instead, I'd end up dragging the column instead. We can fix this by adding a specific drag handle. That way, clicking anywhere inside the column wouldn't initiate the drag, but only clicking in a specific spot. We can support this with another prop to Draggable called handle. And the value for handle will be a selector for the element that we want to act as the handle. Let's create a span in just a moment that has the class of drag handle. Now, inside of the header, right beside the title, we can add that span. And I'll just use a little emoji icon here in order to provide a icon for dragging. To open up my emoji picker, I'll do Control-Command Spacebar. That's on a Mac. I'm not sure what it would be on Windows, but if you have a Windows machine and know, feel free to leave that in the comments below for some of the other folks watching this video. Now I'm going to select this little dots icon here. It looks like it's called Braille Pattern Dots 124. I'll give it a little space there on either side to give it some breathing room. And once I hit save, yeah, you can see that we have a little icon over here that kind of looks like we should be able to drag it. And sure enough, now when I try to select my backlog text, I actually can select it. But if I click and drag on my drag handle, it moves the column. This is great. Now, maybe this emoji icon isn't the best production level solution. Maybe you instead want to use an SVG or something like Font Awesome, but for us, this is absolutely fine. One other thing we can do to enhance this just a little bit more is add a class of cursor move. This will make it so that if we hover our cursor over the drag handle, we get this nice little move cursor to distinguish between selecting text, a regular pointer, and what we can do with the drag handle. Lastly, since we'll end up using this drag handle again in our tasks, let's create a quick little component out of it. I'll cut it, and the component will be named drag handle. And then inside of my components directory, I'll create the file. And in the template, we can paste that drag handle. Great. Over in the browser, when I refresh, it looks like it didn't quite pick that up. Let me make sure this is saved. Give it one more refresh. And yeah, our drag handle is back and still works great.